And welcome everybody, it's Dan, hope you're well today and welcome to the Business Growth Show. So let's talk about website design 2024, here we go. Very, very important right now because I think 2024 is going to be another difficult year. 2023 was definitely difficult. For us, we did all right actually. Our digital marketing agency went up like 20% on revenues. Obviously, we're not going to argue with that. Very happy. But I think part of the reason for that is a lot of people are struggling. So they're coming to us asking for help with their digital marketing, or they need a new website, or their old website is really out of date. And so that needs redoing effectively. And we certainly in November, we had a massive rush of people wanting to get their websites done. A lot of them we got done before Christmas, which was really cool. And then some of them spilled over into this year, and we're just closing those off right now. But it was very interesting to see the number of people starting up side hustles. They need a website, starting property sourcing, rent to rent, anything really, just to generate some more income. And obviously we understand why that is, given our situation financially with the UK right now. It's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? So I figured what would be really useful is to help people understand what their website needs, and if their website's not converting or it's not getting traffic, what you can actually do to improve on that. So then hopefully effectively that's going to help you earn a little bit of extra cash. So number one, straight off the bat then, in terms of essential elements that your website needs, is it has to have easy navigation. So like all pages should be within three clicks maximum, and the call to action, the thing that you really want the person to do, I'm going to talk about that later, but the very thing that you want that person to do, that's got to be like there. It's got to be one click away, if the next click effectively. And so your navigation should be across the top, but then also you should have navigation throughout the website. So if on my website we're talking about website design, for example, there should be a link for website design. When we put a post out on social media and then you click back to our website and you're going through it, we have internal links. So if we're talking about business growth in 2023, let's say, there'll probably a link for business growth in 2023 that talks in some way about 2023 or business growth. So we've made that really easy to navigate, as well as having the menus across the top. Sometimes you'll have menus on the bottom. And then if it is a post page, then you also want to have on the right hand side your top things that you want to sell. So for example, we could probably show you my website actually, and that'll give you a really good idea as to what that might look like. So on ours, let's just go to this here, share second screen, transition that, there we go, this is ours. Okay, so on here, for example, we've got all the menus across the top, that's fine. I don't think we have them at the bottom on mine. Oh no, we do have the bottom on mine, look at that, there you go. There's all our stuff there as well. But also on latest news, latest content, on one of these here, there's a thumbnail missing there, but that's fine. This one here, talk about service accommodation. Here on the right hand side, you can actually see, need an experienced marketing team, website design, Facebook ads, sell our services, make some money. That's our affiliate program, get our £27 property sourcing training, and so on. Again, this should really form part of your navigation on your website, because you want people to be able to click through to the things that you want them to click through to. And, we see so many websites, and it's actually really hard to even find where you should be on people's websites. Where is all the important information? And people really kind of struggle with that, to be perfectly honest. And then the next important thing, of course, is that your website, especially in 2024, it has to be mobile friendly. And so when we create the website, we usually create it for the desktop first, and then we'll create it for the mobile as well, because over 50% of websites are looked at using a mobile device. And it's the same for my website. Our website, I think it's like 55% of our website visitors are on a mobile device. So it has to be mobile friendly. And if it's not mobile friendly because it's out of date, then you need to be redoing your website. And also it's quite an interesting question, isn't it? Like, when was the last time you even checked your website on your mobile device? Like, most people don't do that. They go to a desktop or a laptop or whatever format you're actually used to using. Like, I can't do anything unless I'm on a two-screen desktop, right? So I go to a two-screen desktop. I have my laptop for when I'm in the UK or, in a hotel. And then if I'm on a train or, I'm in the back of a taxi, I've got my mobile phone device. So we can check our sites there. But other people, they are just mobile phone orientated. So they will only look at a website on a mobile phone. They won't look at it on a laptop. Here's my laptop, so I keep pointing at it. They won't look at it on a laptop. They'll just look at it on a phone. Look at the size differences on screens here. Huge size differences. And then other people, old school dinosaurs like me, turns out, now I'm 51, they'll use a desktop, big screen, sometimes double or triple screen. So you've got to cater to every sort of person that's going to potentially see your website. And if your website only works on the desktop, then you're going to have a problem. And then the other side here is that how many times have you been onto a website and you've noticed, there's no recent content? Are these guys even alive? Do they even exist? Is the website out of date? Like, I've been on a website and the last post was like 2017. And you're like, I don't even know if this company's still in existence. Then you have to go to a company's house and see if they've, given any accounts in. And then maybe you'll phone them up or whatever. Yeah, I'm just checking. Are you still alive? And then obviously they don't answer, because who answers the phone in 2024? Right? So then you're going completely against the grain as to what your website should do. Your website should be there to give you some positivity and some positive reinforcement that this company not only is still in existence, but they're actually keen to help you. And the fact that you have to go through all of this just to find out that they still exist is ridiculous. And the second part of recent content is that if they've got recent content on their website, then and you've got recent content on your website, more importantly, there's a greater chance that you're probably posting that content out to social media, which is going to get you some backlinks. Right, so obviously backlinks is really, really important. It's one of the most important things. I certainly spend a proportion of my day thinking about backlinks, which we're going to talk about in SEO optimization, number 5. But you've got to be posting out content. You will get some backlinks, and then you get some visitors, and Google loves all that stuff. So that's another reason why you need recent content. And also, if you've got recent content going out, the fact that it's then being posted out onto Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all these other channels, that means again that you actually do exist. Like, no one could say that we don't exist because we post 4 videos a day. We usually go live every day. We have a podcast every day. We have all this content going out, and that's not even including our normal images and copy that goes out. We post 10 times a day across various social media platforms. So everybody knows we exist. There's no question that we don't exist. The only thing that kind of bothers me about that, by the way, and I have to say this, because it does actually bother me, is I have this worry in my life. I'm on the Ryanair flight going back to England, and the plane goes down and I die, and then my content is going out, and people are like, I thought he died. So it kind of worries me a little bit that, if anything ever happened to me, my content will still be going out, God damn it. We did a live while I was I was on the aeroplane, and we did a live stream on the aeroplane because it was a pre-recorded video that we then live streamed, and it was actually several put together because we just wanted to test something. But I was like, if his plane goes down, I'm like, well, he can't be dead. He's on that plane. Oh, no, that was the plane. It's kind of something that bothers me. But you should be having content going out on a regular basis, at least a daily basis. And then, of course, you want an About Us page, and your About Us, really. And I say this, by the way, and I'm actually a bit of a hypocrite, and looking at my website, I haven't actually got an About Us page. But we do talk about it quite a bit anyway. So, and usually at the bottom of most of our pages, it is something about me. And so if you're on the website, they kind of know. But a lot of people, they want to know who you are and what's your motivation and why you're doing it and what's your mission statement and all that stuff. What are your goals? What are you really there to help? What are you really there to do? And obviously for us, that's to help people, isn't it? From our point of view. So the more people we help, the more money we make. It's as simple as that. And it's actually lined up like that. We don't do this for the money. We do this so we can help people, and a byproduct to helping people with obviously digital marketing or website design is we actually make some money along the way, which is very nice as well. But you should have an About Us page because people want to know, who are you? Like, what do you do? What makes you so special? What makes you different? And then obviously your website has to be search engine optimized. Like, it's 2024, and we keep hearing the death of SEO, the death of search engine optimization, and it's not dying anyway. It's just changing. Like, now it's going to more audio. So if you look, if you ask Alexa, I have to say that quietly, otherwise, oh, she's just flashed. Look at that. She'll talk otherwise, and I don't want it to. But if I ask her, give me a digital marketing agency in Leeds, I want her to come up with ours, right? And we're not there yet. We've not even done any work on that. But that's definitely something that we're going to have to work on. Just because if we don't do that, one of our competitors will beat us to it. Shall we ask Alexa? I just kind of then ask, really. I don't want it to flash at me. We'll ask once we go off live. But from a search engine optimization point of view, you need keywords. You need to work out what are your customers going to type on Google to come and find you. And when you know what that is, you need to be embedding them on your website. You need to be creating pages and content around that particular topic. You want to be getting backlinks. You want to be maybe guest posting, for example. So people go, oh, it doesn't work in 2024. Of course it bloody well does. It just depends if you're shit posting or not, or if you're guest posting. And shit posting is rather different. For me, shit posting is just spamming other people's websites with an inbound link. Like, that's not going to work. But actually guest posting for a website that actually gets traffic, now we're talking. That's something else that you should be doing. And of course, number 6 is you do need some super fast web hosting. For us, we actually use SiteGround, and we even have our own server. It costs us an awful lot of money to have our own dedicated server, but we're worth it, right? And then we share that with all our clients, and so now they get the benefit of a dedicated super fast server as well, which is really cool. So the speed of your website can make a big difference as to whether a person's going to click on or click off your website. And more importantly than a person clicking on or clicking off your website is a spider or a robot from Google going on your website, seeing how long it takes, and then, coming off your website and realizing that your website takes a while to upload, and it's going to put you towards the bottom of that list when it's going to show people Google search results. So you do need fast hosting. We put all of our clients, when they come over with a website for us to do, we put them all onto our SiteGround dedicated server. First of all, it's much cheaper doing it for us, and then they also have really good technical support from our frontline team, which is really good. But also, it's easier for us to manage that client once they're on our servers because we have full autonomy within that domain name, rather than someone like GoDaddy or FastHost. Nothing against those guys. If you like things being difficult, I suppose that's the nicest way of saying it. Next one then, on your website, one of the essential elements for your website is it has to be easy to make contact. Now, a caveat on this, please. I am a hypocrite, and I'm more than happy being a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite because only recently have we put a phone number on there, and I don't really like having phone numbers on. It depends on what your website is. Digital marketing agency, we'd much rather you fill in a form, book a strategy session through an online form that you then fill in and schedule it in that ties in and synchronizes with my calendar, so there's no clashes, there's no to and froing. But you also want to make it easy for people to contact you either via email. We have 15-minute strategy sessions on every single page in big yellow, so it's really easy to see. It's only recently have we actually put our phone number on. And you know what? The only calls that we actually get are salespeople, God damn it, trying to sell us crap. And, not for us really, but in your business, that's probably different. If you're a 24-hour plumber, 24-hour dentist, your mobile phone number or someone's mobile phone number or someone in a call center answering the phones 24/7, they need to be contactable in some way. So you've got to find a way of making yourself contactable. That might be your mobile phone, or it could be a 24-hour call center type thing, alldaypa.com, something like that, answer.co.uk, that will do it as well. Next up then is a secure socket layer certificate, and you'll be like, what on earth does that mean, Dan? I'll tell you what that means. It's the little padlock that goes on the top of a domain name. So if you go to Chrome or Firefox or Safari, if you want to use backwards technology, Safari is a dreadful browser, by the way. Us web developers hate it because it's just ancient technology. Anyway, the little padlock means that the website is secure for when you're putting things in like your credit card details or passwords, and mostly credit card details really. But it just means that it's a secure website. All of our websites, whether you pay for it or not, right? You don't have to pay for it. It's included the SSL certificate. You got GoDaddy or any of the other ones, Namecheap, you have to probably buy or pay for an SSL cert, and then it expires every year, and you've got to renew it every year. And we don't do any of that. We just include it with all our websites because it's needed. God damn it! Why would you not include it? It's like selling a car and then going, oh, you want a steering wheel and tires with that? Oh, well, that'll be extra. And seats too? No. It should all be included. So we include that. But you do need an SSL certificate. Otherwise, what happens is when someone goes to your website, it comes up and says, danger, Will Robinson, this website is unsafe. You definitely don't want that. Next one really is social media buttons. Now, I don't think this is a massive biggie. I actually took my social media buttons off my website because I'm not really keen on driving traffic from my website back to Facebook, but I am keen on driving traffic from Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and so on back to my website. Once we're on a website, ideally I want to keep them on the website. All being said, having your social media buttons, it's not a massive issue if you've got them. It's not a massive issue if you haven't got them. A lot of website owners want them because they think that it's a good thing for getting people to click from the website back to their domain name. So I include them in this list simply because a lot of website owners or entrepreneurs, business owners, that's what they think they need when actually it's wrong. That's really not what you need. You want to be driving traffic from all your social media platforms back onto your landing pages, your posts, your homepage, and your product pages. And then finally on here is you've got to have call to actions. Now, I want to caveat this as well, because and sometimes we're a little bit guilty of this, especially on my own website. So I understand why business owners do it. But if they want a button on every section, and it's like, no, stop doing that. Just you having more buttons does not mean an increase in people clicking that button and booking a call. That's not how that stuff works, right? We have a call to action at the top. We probably have 2 or 3 maximum per page. We don't really want any more. In fact, on my posts, there's 1 call to action. It's a fairly big one. On my pages, let's have a look at the web design page. We've got a big call to action. Let's share screen here so we can show you. So we have a big call to action here at the top. And then blah, 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 blah. Schedule a website strategy session. A bit more blah, 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 blah. And there's another one. And there's our testimonials. And there's another one. So actually, yeah, there's another one. Probably a little bit overkill there. These are all the websites that we've done. Not all of them are on there because it would just take forever to load if we uploaded all of them because we've done a lot. And so, yeah, there's more call to actions. Probably most all at the top. By the time people are getting down here, people are not reading this stuff. So you don't really need a call to action down there. But certainly you need enough call to actions throughout your website. But having too many is really not good for you. It's really not a good thing to do, I don't think, really. It can put people off. It's too much like salesy, too much like selling when depends what their intention is. They might be just the research stage, not the buying stage, and then you've put them off. And if they're at the intention of buying stage, they're going to click these big ones up at the top anyway, right? So having too many on there, if someone has an intention of filling in that form or booking, clicking the button, they've already seen the buttons. They know they can just scroll up. People don't just scroll down to the bottom and then incapable of scrolling back up to the top to press the button. So it's overkill is what I'm saying. You do definitely need call to actions, but having too many on there, I don't think is a good idea. Anyway, that's our top 10 essential elements for all your website that your website needs in 2024. I do hope you found that useful. We'll catch up with you on the next one, hopefully tomorrow, and we'll speak to you then. Take care.